Hello, friends and family and class. What just happened here? Okay. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chloe. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button below and that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. I did throw in a little video last night, very short video of rainbow, so if you haven't seen that, please go and watch that video. It's not even a minute long. And read the description about that video on there. So I kind of broke up the little presidential series for you. So today we are talking about our 8th U.S. president, who was Martin Van Buren. He served for one term in 1837 to 1841, and his vice president was Richard Manter Johnson. So Martin Van Buren was this guy. I keep trying to get the thumbnail to click a picture of the actual president, but thus far it hasn't worked. So unfortunately, you get my ugly mug on the thumbnail. So March 4th, 1837, Martin Van Buren was inaugurated. May 10th, 1837, the Panic of 1837. It begins in New York. The banks first suspend the payments of the specie, which yesterday, if you aren't up to date on this, a specie is what they used to call coins rather than notes or bills. Collapse of the credit facility. Banks can't redeem currency notes in gold and silver. The depression I can't talk today. Depression in England causes the price of cotton to drop and ends the British loans to the U.S. August 5th, 1837, Van Buren opposes the annexation of Texas, which doesn't go very well for the people in the South. September 5th, 1837, Van Buren calls a special session. It is a proponent of the laissez-faire. It feels no obligation to, Van Buren feels no obligation towards the public welfare, but more about the government financial situation. Nice guy, right? Don't care about my people, I just care about the government's financial situation. He proposes a bank divorce policy and establishes an independent treasury. November 1st, 1837, rebellion against British. It erupts in Lower and Upper Canada, which, you know, our neighbors to the north. We haven't had a problem with them until this, except for in this part, so far, that I've found in my research. So 1837, we did have a problem with Canada. Maine and New York, actually we didn't, the British did, so my apologies. Maine and New York volunteers rally in support of the rebellion, crossing the Niagara River to occupy the Navy Island. Van Buren instructs General Winfield Scott to persuade the Americans to restrain themselves. December 1st, 1837, Canadian militia seize the Caroline. Britain orders Canada militia to seize the American steamship Caroline. It had been supplying Canadian rebels on the Niagara River. January 1st, 1838, Van Buren remains neutral. He criticizes the British, and the rebels' assistance continues in Detroit, Cleveland, and along the New York and Vermont borders. I put boundaries, but I know it was borders. September 11th, 1838, another key event in recent years, of course, September 11th. Arbitration Commission. It settled the disputed claims with Mexico because of the annexation of Texas. March 25th, 1839, ending the Aroostook War. The war began in 1838, and it was signed, and the ending of it was signed between the U.S. and Canada. Lumberjacks in Maine and New Brunswick, Canada, argue over the border and possession of the trees. And it stemmed from the 1783 Treaty of Paris. May 11th, 1839, the comet and encomium, I think that's how you pronounce it, it secures an agreement with England on compensation for the 2 slave ships. Both ran ashore on British territory of the Bahamas. August 26, 1839, the seizing of Amistad. The USS Washington seizes, can't read my own writing, mutinous slave ship Amistad. And I do remember seeing that ship when they had the tall ships in Chicago many, many years ago, because I was recently looking through some pictures and I saw a picture of the Amistad. The captives were brought to jail in New Haven, Connecticut. The principles of the Treaty of 1795 dictated the return of the Amistad and its occupants to Havana, Cuba. December 4th, 1839, the Whig ticket. Whigs meet in Pennsylvania, nominate William Henry Harrison for president and John Tyler for vice president. July 4th, 1840, Independent Treasury Act. Van Buren divorces the Federal Treasury Department from relationship with all banks. It stems from the controversy of the Deposit Act of 1836, and the Whigs repeal it in 1841, but it was restored in 1846. September 19th, 1840, the Amistad hearings begin. They're held in Hartford, Connecticut. The court finds clearance papers fraudulent. The Circuit Court, which later became the Supreme Court, finds no relevance to the matter of slaves and awards compensation for the ship only. Slaves are returned to Africa in January of 1842. November 1st, 1840, Harrison beats Van Buren. Whig Party William Henry Harrison beats Democrat Party Van Buren 234 to 60. March 4th, 1841, William Henry Harrison is inaugurated. Now, something I found interesting, for any of you who have, maybe you've never even heard of the movie, but there was a movie put out several years ago that starred Kirk Cameron and the guy from Arthur and 10, I can't think of his name, and I've got the DVD case over there. It was called Like Father, Like Son, and it was kind of the male version of Freaky Friday, where the son and the dad, God, why can't I think of the guy's name? He was a comedic actor. He passed away. He was a British actor. I'm sure you guys are screaming at your screen right now who he was, and I cannot think of his name. But anyway, I keep thinking Arthur because he was in Arthur, the movie Arthur, and also in the movie 10. But anyway, I'm racking my brain to think of the actor's name. Anyway, he was the British guy was the dad, and Kirk Cameron was the son, and they had a brain transference. And so Kirk Cameron is pretending is like the dad now. So then he goes to school for the kid, and in one of the classes, his history class, he says some interesting facts about Martin Van Buren. So Martin Van Buren was born and raised in Kinderhook, New York, and he was known as Old Kinderhook. So they shortened Old Kinderhook to OK, and that's where the term OK comes from Martin Van Buren, because they called him Old Kinderhook, and they decided instead of calling him Old Kinderhook, we'll just call Martin Van Buren OK, and that's where we get the term OK from. Just a bit of interesting trivia for you there. So tomorrow, I did a little research ahead of time, and tomorrow would normally be just William Henry Harrison. But because his term was extremely short, I am going to include the 9th and 10th presidents in tomorrow's video. The 10th president didn't have a lot that happened during his presidency either, But William Henry Harrison was in office for such a tiny amount of time that the video would only take literally like 1 minute. So I'm deciding to put the 9th and 10th presidents in tomorrow's video, and combining the 2 presidents into one video. So for any of you that would like more information about any of these presidents, from George Washington all the way through Martin Van Buren and all the way till the end, please leave your comments below. Leave the date of the event and the key event that happened, and let me know if you want more information about that on any of the videos. I now found a way that I can go in and look at comments without having to go into the video. I'm slowly learning how YouTube works. So leave your comments below about anything that, even if you find a fact of a president fascinating that you didn't know before, leave that comment below and say, oh, I didn't know this about this president, or, you know, oh, that's what happened during this president's term in office, or whatever. So looking forward to those comments below, and looking forward to seeing you guys back tomorrow for the 9th and 10th presidents. And I hope you guys are really enjoying learning about how our country was founded with the presidents and what all happened during each president's term. This was inspired by watching Hamilton, the play of Hamilton, and I watched Hamilton for 2 reasons. One was because in November of 2016, when the Cubs won the World Series, I had first seen their curtain call that somebody had recorded, where they sang the Go Cubs Go song during their curtain call. The cast of Hamilton in Chicago sang it on stage. And then I know that you, well, for those of you who haven't looked back at some of my videos, there is a YouTuber I follow by the name of Amy McDonough Guitar that just went on and on about how much she loved the play of Hamilton, so I decided to watch it. Silver Mist watched it, and Silver Mist is more into Hamilton than I am, but that kind of got me thinking, you know, and then with the presidential election recently and all this stuff going on between Trump and Biden, blah, 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 I decided, why don't I do a series of videos of all the different presidents? Because, like, some of these guys, I don't even remember them. Like John Tyler, I don't remember John Tyler. You never hear about some of these presidents. You only hear about a handful of them because of what they did, but you don't hear about the other 40-odd presidents. So, 30-odd presidents, whatever. So that's why I'm doing this, is to kind of give you guys an indication of who was which president and what happened during their term. So hope you're enjoying the education that I'm giving you. Please come back tomorrow for tomorrow's video, 9th and 10th presidents, William Henry Harrison and John Tyler. So looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. You guys have a sunny day. Class is dismissed.